Fatekeeper is a dark fantasy action RPG that combines sword-based combat, magic, exploration, and a world filled with ancient mysteries. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, the game creates an impressive atmosphere with its visual designs and unique world building. But does Fatekeeper have what it takes to stand out, or do its early access issues hold it back? Let's find out. The story of Fatekeeper takes place in a world shaped by an ancient conflict between two very different civilizations. Long ago, one group chose to remain connected to nature and spirituality, while others built a highly advanced society underground based around technology and control. After years of separation, these two worlds collide again, creating a devastating war that destroys the balance of the land that leads to the death of the druid who once protected the region. That is where your journey begins. Players take on the role of a new druid who must learn to carry the responsibility of protecting a world still recovering from this ancient conflict. The early access story focuses on your training as a Sentinel, starting at the Haven Sanctuary. You travel into the Boreal Islands with your companion, Guru, as you search for power, knowledge, and answers about the world around you. What works well about Fatekeeper's story is its use of environmental storytelling instead of constantly explaining everything through cutscenes. The game encourages players to discover its history through artifacts, locations, and details found through exploration. Fatekeeper's strongest feature is its atmospheric presentation. Using Unreal Engine 5, the game creates a dark fantasy world filled with ancient ruins, mysterious landscapes, and dangerous locations that feel like they have a history behind them. The visual design features detailed environments, impressive lighting, and atmospheric effects that helps bring the world to life. From underground structures to forgotten civilization, each area creates a strong sense of scale and mystery. On PC, Fatekeeper can provide a smooth 60 to 120 frames per second experience with the right hardware and settings. However, some performance issues can still appear, including frame drops and occasional stuttering. The sound design does a good job creating impact during combat. Weapon sounds, magic effects, and environmental audio helps make each encounter feel more intense. The musical score also fits the dark fantasy style perfectly, using moody tracks to build tension during exploration and combat. Fatekeeper features a traditional action RPG combat system that focuses on timing, stamina management, and strategy. Players must balance light attacks, heavy strikes, blocking, dodging, and magic to survive against different types of enemies. Magic plays an important role in battle, with spells like fireballs and ice shards providing different ways to approach combat. One of the most interesting features is how the environment can be used during fights. The world is not just a backdrop. It can become part of your strategy. For example, players can freeze water, lure enemies into position, and then use fire magic to break the ice and create unique attacks opportunities. Moments like this help make combat feel more creative. The game also features brutal finishing moves, well-timed attacks, and perfect dodges that can actually lead to slow-motion executions with graphic takedowns that give combat more weight. Progression allows players to develop their characters through skill upgrades, different weapons, and alchemy systems that provide potions and special items for tougher encounters. Exploration is also a major part of the experience. The world features hidden areas, ancient ruins, and mysterious locations that reward players take the time to search. Adding to your journey is your talking rat companion who provides guidance while also connecting to one of the game's bigger mysteries. While Fatekeeper has a strong foundation, the current early access build has several issues that needs improvement. The biggest problem is performance. Even with powerful hardware, the game can experience frame drops, stuttering, and other technical issues that interrupt the experience. The user interface also needs more polish. Menu input can feel slow, and the lack of native control support makes the experience less accessible for players who prefer using a gamepad over keyboard and mouse. Combat can also feel inconsistent at times. Some enemy attacks have unexpected range, while certain attacks may not always connect the way players expect. Range enemies can become frustrating due to their accuracy, and healing during combat can feel too slow when trying to recover under pressure. The skill tree also feels limited in its current form. Many upgrades feel like small stat improvements rather than significant changes to your playstyle. Finally, the current early access version is fairly short, with around 2 to 4 hours of content. While that is expected for an early access, it does end before many systems have the chance to fully develop. Fatekeeper is a game with a lot of potential. Its dark fantasy world, Unreal Engine 5 presentation, and creative combat ideas help it stand out. However, performance issues, rough combat mechanics, limited progression, and its short early access content keep it from reaching its full potential right now. With more updates, additional content, and extra polish and controller support, Fatekeeper could become a much stronger experience. For that, I give Fatekeeper Early Access a 3 out of 5. Thank you for tuning into the best place for independent gaming journalism, and that's the gamer section. Be sure to hit the like button on the video and please subscribe to the channel.